YouTube. Doing my dual sport mount. Nice. That's cool. You can see how low the sun is now. You can see my shadow on the road. Another day, another battle of how cold can it be first thing in the morning. It's 12 degrees. Which is crazy because yesterday in the afternoon topped out at 30 and it's supposed to do the same for the next couple days. So afternoons are super hot here. I'm not sure what 30 is in Fahrenheit. It's probably like 90. Damn hot. But in the mornings I'm wearing like layers and, you know, got my neck toque thing on and oh, Canada. I rode the 700 yesterday just to change up things a little bit and maybe try to slow me down. And yeah, what a cool experience, honestly. I was chatting in my helmet about this versus the 4S, and the Street Fighter V4S is such a beast, but it's an extra $15,000. So my choice last year was legitimately to pick up a dual sport 700 brand new, keep this bike, and I'd be in for the same price as the V4, which is pretty wild. But what I was thinking about is it really, if you were just comparing this bike and the V4 all day for sure. In every way, even in slow traffic, you know, the power down low is awesome in that bike. Can't compare the two really. And that's not taking anything away from this bike. It's just the reality of what you get when you spend $35,000 on a premium, basically race-bred machine. The question is really, where does that leave you? So right now, Ducati has an offer for selected models, 0% interest for 60 months, 0% for 5 years to finance your new Ducati, and that's pretty tempting, I have to say. But would I give up 2 bikes for that one bike? No way. Or maybe it makes more sense to talk about that when I'm riding the 700, because the things I do with that bike, I can never take these off-road, obviously. But man, it's the world we live in, the world of finance, where things become affordable, or you think they're affordable, because low interest rates, 0% is unheard of. Tempting about, and being age appropriate for an old guy who's been riding for 50 years. The Desert X, so the full-on ADV bike with the 937, is probably the closest thing to a do-all bike. You know, to be able to have, I hate saying ADV bike, but a bike that, you know, handles well enough on the road. That's a fine enough motor for most people, and then has a whole suite of off-road, you know, features and tech. It's not crazy heavy, but it's probably still 500 and something pounds. But full bearing, you know, you never have any wind in your face, all that stuff that, you know, other age-appropriate old dudes look for in one bike. And when I think of that, I can't think of the compromise to this. And I love naked bikes. I've only ever had one bike with bearing, and that was a big touring bike. But you can't compare on road. Like I said, I rode the 700 in to my work yesterday, same road, same path. And you know, the knobby tires, and it's relaxing because you get to sit upright for a change and just, you know, be in a comfortable position and probably hang around the same speed I'm going now. But it does not feel like it should be on the road. When you step back onto the Street Fighter, you just know that this is bred to be this. Just to shred asphalt. And you know, the ADV is kind of like, you know, in like mountain bikes and skis and, you know, all your other gear, what's like the all mountain bike, or like, what's the thing that does everything, you know, and does it well? Nothing. And, you know, would I take my 700 and throw on 150 pounds and think that's an off-road bike? No. Would I take this bike, make it, you know, like 6 inches taller and put a big screen on it and have a smaller motor? You know, the same motor that I had on my Monster, and be happy with that? No. You know, I know it's bike life, but sometimes the answer is you need more bikes. Funny. First world problems. So funny story, while I change all my layers because now it's 32 degrees out. It was 12 degrees this morning. I jump on the bike and I always forget down here is my heated grip setting, and so I had it on in the morning because it was 12 degrees. I get back on the bike and I have to let it warm up to 50. If you know Ducati world, I'll get my whole temperature flashing if I don't heat it up. And yeah, I'm like, how come my grips are so hot? Because I left the heat on like a dummy.